Yo, what's going on, guys? So I'm not even gonna waste your time. I've done a couple smaller videos about most of these games, so I'm gonna leave those in the description. Let's get into it. So the Jacksonville and the Chargers game, I think that's the game that everybody wants to talk about. Trevor Lawrence had 4 interceptions in the first quarter. Now, I was going to get on here and talk about how Trevor Lawrence is overrated and how he's this, how he's that, and how he'll never amount to what he did in college. He shut all that down. I wish I had his second half numbers, but I just have his full numbers. 28 for 47, 288 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. It was like the first half didn't even happen for him. I never seen a guy compartmentalize something and just go out there and ball. Like, it was crazy. Shout out to him. I've never seen a guy play a weller second half than that. To come back from 27 down and to get the win in like impressive fashion. And you knew once they got it close that it was over there when I win the game. And let's go to the other guy on the other side who's supposed to be this great quarterback. 27 for 43, 273 yards, a touchdown, and was outplayed by a second-year guy. Can we stop the Justin Herbert love? I know that y'all love the way he throw the ball. I know he's just a good-looking guy and all this other stuff. But can we quit the Justin Herbert love just for a minute? Can he accomplish something first before we give him all this love and adoration that the media just wants to throw on Justin Herbert? Trevor Lawrence actually went out there and earned the adoration that he's going to get this week. So I'm not too far out of the realm that I might take Trevor Lawrence over Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has to prove something to me before I can put him in this top 10 echelon guy. He's right down there with Derek Carr, Dak Prescott. He's a high-end. He's a high-end starter, but he's low on that list. Let's not put him in the range of MVPs and all that other stuff that we have been doing the last 10 years or the last 3-4 years since he got in the league. Because this game proves to me right here that Justin Herbert is not as good yet as we thought he was going to be. He can make every throw. He can run the ball. He can do everything, but he couldn't keep a 27-point lead. Now, you can blame coaching, and I fully expect the coaches to not make it through the summer. But at the end of the day, you going out there and playing, you got to at least make them competitive. If you score 3 points in the second half and you're supposed to be the second coming, no, I got to see more. I'm not going to put him – I'm not Carson Wentz to him, but he got to be better. You got to prove to me that you that dude. For over a decade, Phillip Rivers had his guys in positions, and something always bad happened to negate him from winning. This is not one of those cases. Justin Herbert could have stopped this. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence. His road stops with Kansas City. We'll get to the predictions for next week later. So we got Bills in Miami. When I tell you guys, I called Justin. I don't know why I keep want to say Justin Fields. When I tell you guys that Josh Allen is Cam Newton Jr. for the best and for the worst, this is why. 23, let me make sure check my notes. 23 for 39, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He also lost a fumble, and he also had some other bad plays. But the plays he made, some of the best plays all week. Some of the best plays you'll see all week or even in the season. Now, luckily, he was playing a Miami team that just did not want to be there and did not want to win. So many drop passes, and they just looked out of Ray. And if they had at least had Teddy Bridgewater, I think they would have won. If they had at least had Teddy Bridgewater. But they also, I think they're going to have a guy that's in Baltimore right now that's not playing. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Diggs, 7 receptions, 114 yards. Davis, 6 receptions, 113 yards and a touchdown. The Bills went up 17-0, and this game should have never been close. It should have never been close. Never. Should have been close. It should have been 24-0 at halftime. And the Bills should have been resting their starters in the second half. But the Bills just hung around, and with Josh Allen being Cam Newton, making all the critical mistakes and then making spectacular plays, they was in a close game. I don't even think they were going to lose, but it got close. I'm going to save the Baltimore one for last. So, Jones turned into Lamar Jackson, speaking of Baltimore. He was 24 for 35, 301 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 carries for 78 yards. Yo. If Daniel Jones going to play like that, then get a boy a contract and keep moving. What they've done with Daniel Jones this year is something special. Now, can he continue this, what he's doing, or is he just going to go back to being Daniel Jones and fumbling all the time? That remains to be seen, but this is one of the best. This is one of the best well-rounded games that a quarterback has played in a while. So shout out to Daniel Jones. Didn't see the senior, bro. And so let's go to the other side. Now, in my review, I said the Vikings would go down 21 points and probably come back. They didn't come back this time. I texted my friend when they was down 21. I was like, you got them just where you want them, don't you? He's like, you know it. I put out a video about this, but I forgot to make it public, so I just ended up deleting it, knowing I was going to talk about it today. But essentially what it was saying was, why take that check down? And my friend was pissed about it. He was like, we played a good, and I don't watch the Vikings, but my homeboy is a huge Vikings fan, so I get on my Vikings cues from him. He might know football just a little bit better. He told me, and I'm going off verbatim what he told me, the Vikings have no gap integrity, and they struggle with running quarterbacks, but Kirk Cousins checking it down was not the right decision. And I agree. Checking it down on 4th and 8, when you have to win, it's not what you do there. At the very least, you throw it to Justin Jefferson and hope something happens. You got too many weapons on you. You have too many weapons on your offense to just be chucking it up. You got too many weapons on your offense to not be chucking it up, hoping for the best. And this is Kirk Cousins for you. He was mine. I thought he was going to be the MVP this year. I believe that Kirk Cousins was going to turn a corner this year. But it's just like another year of what could have been for the Vikings. Another year. How long are we going to go through this with the Vikings where it's like, man, they were this close, man. If one call didn't go this way, man, if we'd have got one more of this, if we got one more of that, like, Kirk Cousins, eventually you're going to have to make the plays. You got to make the plays. Now, also, like I said about no gap integrity and blah, 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 the defense did not play well. You give up 301 passing yards and 78 rushing yards to Daniel Jones. I mean, no matter what the offense can do, and it was a back and forth game on offense. It ain't like neither defense played very well to begin with. So, but the Vikings, you're not supposed to lose this game against the Giants. And in the words of that coach,
but they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
And so we're going to cover the 49ers game. So the 49ers game, I didn't really put too much stock into it because I kind of knew what was going to happen. And I also did a video about this game already, so I'm going to leave that at the end. Wasn't really much to talk about in the 49er game. The cream rose to the top, and Seattle had nothing for them. So I'll talk more about that in the video, so I'm going to leave it at the end. And so the final game of the day, and the stats really don't matter. I didn't even write Joe Burrow's stats down. Huntley was 17 for 29, 2 touchdowns and an interception, and a critical fumble at the goal line, which essentially sealed the game. But it's what happened after the game. J.K. Dobbins said we'd win with Lamar Jackson, and I agree. There are some plays there, especially the goal line play. They score, but I don't think they even get to that goal line play because even on the break to run to score, Huntley couldn't get in. I think Lamar gets in. Because the breakaway speed that Lamar has is much better than Huntley has. So I think Lamar gets in, and it's 24-17 at that point. So, and Lamar has scrubbed his Instagram or his Twitter of the Ravens from what I've read, and he liked a tweet that suggested he might want to go to the Jets. Now I love the Jets. But I just think Miami is a better spot for him. Now, I don't know if Miami is not an option. I know Tom Brady wants to go there, so Brady might go there. But I would love to see him in Miami. I have me and my uncle talk about that all the time. With all that track speed in Miami, with the offensive guru that they got down there calling plays, I think Lamar would be in contention to win his second MVP. And they got pretty much everybody locked up down there too. It would be great to see. But it just, the offensive end is not a top priority for the Ravens organization. You see what happens. You see what happens when you don't have an elite guy. This is what happens. You lose these games. Lamar wins these games. I don't care what you say about him in the playoffs and this, and the third. They have a better chance to win if Lamar Jackson is starting with his contract. And it looks like they're not going to get it done, and Lamar's ready to go. And I think as a fan base, we're ready for him to go as well. I feel bad for true Ravens fans. You know, I just release in the fan base because I love Lamar and I love Ray Lewis, but looks like it's time for Lamar to go and seek other things if you guys are not going to pay him. Pay Lamar. So that's all I got for you guys. Is in terms of Wildcard Weekend, we're going to get into the divisional round. Now, I know by the time you see this video, the Dallas game has been played. I made a full different video for that game, so I'm going to leave that at the card at the end. If I remember, I'm going to leave it at the top as well. So for the divisional round, we have Jacksonville, Kansas City, New York, Philly, Cincinnati, Buffalo, and either San Francisco is either going to face Dallas or they're going to face the Buccaneers. So I'm gonna give you guys both scenarios for that game as well. So Jacksonville, the ride is over, bro. This is Kansas City. You're going to lose to Kansas City, and Kansas City is going to be in the AFC Championship game for a fifth year. So then the night game on Saturday. This will be the night game on Saturday. New York Giants against Philly. It's gonna be a crazy game. This is probably gonna be my favorite game to watch this week because I might have to watch this game twice just to get the full scope of how great this game is going to be because I can't wait. I'm really, really excited about this game because it's a divisional matchup. Philadelphia and the Giants, like the history, the rivalry, like I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be like 50 runs between the two teams, and I think it's going to be one of those 2021 rough, slug it out type games. But I think Philly gonna end up winning. Philly's going to end up winning, like I said, 21-16. In a very emotional game for Cincinnati and the Bills. I expect DeMar to be in the stands, or at least I don't want him on the sideline. That's just my own personal thing. I expect DeMar to be in attendance for this game, considering this is the game that he got hurt in. But I expect Buffalo to win this game going away because Cincinnati didn't look very good. They haven't looked really good either game against Baltimore, but you might just be able to throw that out because they're playing that's what I'm trying to thought. Because they played a division opponent, so you might just be able to throw that out. But I think they stand a chance against Buffalo. And I think it's going to be Kansas City, Buffalo in the AFC Championship game. And so, hey, what's going on, guys? So I have recorded another part to this. I recorded on my videos Monday. But I thought I wanted to change this because of what Dallas did with demolishing the Bucs. If Dallas is going to play like that, the 49ers have a hell of a game on their hands, and I think it's going to be close. I'm still going to pick the 49ers in a close one, but Dallas really can strike fear in anybody if Dak Prescott going to play at a high of a level as he did yesterday. That's all I got for you guys. An unusually long video. We'll see how much I cut down in this video, and I'll talk to you guys later on in the week. Peace.